Hello investors, welcome to the channel. Here I talk about long-term investing in companies that pay a dividend. This is known as dividend growth investing. My name is Doan, and today we're going to start off with looking at how the market ended for the week and then look at stock futures. Just taking a quick look at the major indices for the week. For the S&P 500 index, it is up 0.64%. For the Nasdaq index, it is up 0.08%. And lastly, for the Dow Jones Index, it is up 1.81%. The markets are up this week, but the change is very small, as many Americans are still waiting for the next stimulus package. For now, the majority of Congress has left for recess. The only ones working on the next stimulus package are the majority leaders of each respective party. Moving onward, we'll talk about the pandemic and how cases continue to rise. With the easing of quarantine restrictions, it's logical to think that there will be a substantial rise in the COVID cases, and this has proven to be true. As many parts of the country begin to shut down again, most likely this is a little bit too late. Even though we are now practicing social distancing and avoiding people as much as possible, the damage has already been done. In fact, if we take a look at the cases now, there is a surging amount of confirmed cases caused by this pandemic, and the statistics show that there is barely any movement downward. As of this recording, Johns Hopkins University has counted over 21 million total confirmed cases in the world, counted over 774,000 confirmed deaths in the world, and the US has reached over 5 million total confirmed cases, making up more than 25% of the total cases in the world. Given the current state of affairs, it appears that this pandemic will continue to affect the entire world until a vaccine is manufactured, distributed, and herd immunity kicks in order to protect the overall population. This is also assuming that if there is a vaccine, that the majority of people will actually take it. In addition, on a daily basis, it's reported that about 50,000 daily cases emerge on average within the US. Next, this past week, the Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced that Russia has produced the first batch of its new vaccine for COVID-19. However, within the science community, myself included, there are extremely skeptical of this news because this vaccine has received approval for production even though it hasn't gone through phase 3 testing. Phase 3 testing of any drug would normally involve thousands of participants in order to study the effects of the vaccine. The COVID vaccine was developed by Russians and has been given the nickname Sputnik 5. According to the Gamaleya Institute, which developed the COVID-19 vaccine in Moscow, Russia would be able to produce about 5 million doses of the vaccine every month by January. Moving onward, let's talk about Congress and the upcoming stimulus package. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that the White House negotiations and the Democrat negotiations within the Senate must strike a deal, or else the Senate will continue to be on recess as scheduled. If Pelosi, Schumer, Meadows, and Mnuchin can create a bill, then the senators can fly back to Congress to vote on the bill. Otherwise, the senators will remain within their home state until September 8th. Likewise, the House of Representatives is also on recess and do not plan to meet again until September 14th. As I covered last week, President Trump signed executive orders and are the only option on the table to help out the American people. Now, some people are wondering why President Trump didn't make an executive order about giving stimulus checks to the American people. The reason behind that is that the executive branch, which consists of the president and his cabinet, are not lawfully able to create budgets or handle monetary policies. Budgets and monetary policies are powers that are left up to Congress. It's ridiculous how these people in office are behaving while millions of Americans are suffering. If you have some time, then please, I implore you to write to your Congress representatives. Let them know that you want help due to the hardships of the pandemic. In addition, let them know that if they decide to do nothing to help, then you will vote them out of office in this upcoming election. In other news, there have been talks between Amazon and Simon Property Group. For those of you who are unaware, Simon Property Group is the largest mall owner in the United States. This past year, JCPenney and Sears, who are tenants of Simon Property Group, both went into bankruptcy and since then have closed hundreds of stores across the United States. Now that these stores are closed, Simon Property Group is struggling to attain rent due to non-existing tenants. This situation has presented Amazon an opportunity. Amazon intends to buy up vacant space for delivery and fulfillment centers because it will help the company with delivery logistics. To understand this, Simon Property Group is a real estate company that holds a lot of high-end malls in heavily, densely populated areas. If Amazon can become a tenant and open up fulfillment centers using Simon Property Group's real estate, then this would boost Amazon's sales capacity because they're able to utilize the one-day shipping method more effectively, amongst other things. This can prove quite profitable for Simon Property Group as well because using Amazon, it will be able to fill up any vacancies with a tenant like Amazon, which has a lot of cash to pay rent. In this case, this is a win-win for both companies. So if you're a long-time owner of either Amazon or Simon Property Group, it might be a good idea to buy some more shares while prices are still fairly low, at least in Simon Property Group's case. Now, let's move onward to my portfolio to see how it's doing this week. Looking at the past year, my portfolio is down 5.19%, causing a loss of about $380. Looking at the past quarter, my portfolio is up 17.16%, causing a gain of about $1,375. Looking at the past month, my portfolio is up 5.26%, causing a gain of about $470. Looking at the past week, my portfolio is up 1.50%, causing a gain of about $140. And finally, looking at the past day, my portfolio is up 0.18%, causing a gain of about $17. Overall, my portfolio is up this week and it is experiencing greater uptrends than the majority of the major indices. In addition, the dividends that I'm earning through this portfolio are still here and in fact is still increasing. This earned dividends number is the reason for investing in this kind of portfolio because even in market downturns, this number right here will continue to go up regardless of what happens. And the only reason why this number would ever stop moving forward is if somehow all the companies that I invest in suddenly stop paying dividends, which won't be happening anytime soon. Now, let's take a look at the trading activity that had occurred in my portfolio this past week. Over here, I sold off of NVEC and put this money into other holdings within my technology sector. I basically did this because I found a better buy in these two new companies right here. In addition, I realized that the dividends that I have earned from NVEC wasn't a dividend growth company, and so I decided to cut that off from my portfolio. Next, I had one more trading day over here. It's a very small one, but I sold out of ACRE and bought NNN instead. I did this mainly because the dividend yield was attractive for me in NNN compared to ACRE, and you can do your own research using Google. So that's pretty much it for the trading activity in my portfolio. Now, I bought shares in all these companies because they were at good prices for me to dollar cost average my way into my targeted positions. Furthermore, on a fundamental level, all of these companies are pretty solid for the future of their businesses. In addition, all of these companies pay a dividend for holding shares, and ideally these dividends are set to increase over time. So, as long as these companies pay out a dividend that increases over time so that compounding interest can take effect, then I will gladly continue to buy shares of that company, hopefully at a discounted price. Right now, the markets are a little bit too high for my liking, so I probably won't be buying too much. In addition, this week I've also earned a decent amount of dividends from various companies which I can use to reinvest in my portfolio. Just taking a look over here, I earned 13 cents from APD, 11 cents from American Express, 35 cents from Nucor, 35 cents from Delec Logistics, 22 cents from EPD, $1.35 from Apple, 76 cents from Phillips 66, $1.39 from Western Midstream, 16 cents from Costco, 28 cents from Magellan Midstream, 8 cents from Mainstream Capital, 17 cents from Northwestern, 6 cents from Omega Healthcare, 35 cents from Realty Income Corp, 15 cents from Tompkins Financial, 21 cents from Main Street Capital, $3.86 from AbbVie, 27 cents from Shenshire Energy, 43 cents from Clorox, and 15 cents from Colgate. These dividends right here that I'm earning are a result of me owning shares of each company. This is money that I did not have to put any effort into earning, besides clicking a few buttons to buy shares. Essentially, I'm earning money while I sleep. This is referred to as passive income, earnings which are derived from an enterprise like a rental property or company which require little to no effort to earn and maintain. Although these amounts may seem small, every little bit helps and will eventually snowball into something bigger through compounded interest. This concludes the update portion of my portfolio. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. If you liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up as it will help the channel grow immensely. If you have any comments or questions, then leave them down below in the video and I'll do my best to personally address it either in the comments or answer it in future videos. I greatly appreciate everyone watching my videos and I hope to speak to you all again soon.